Hi everyone, and welcome to another Griniflix Adventure Rate video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Hilux, the backup vehicle to the Troopy for my four-wheel drive adventures around Australia and local tours around Sydney and New South Wales. Today is a progress report on the modifications of the Hilux, is the electricals. As you know from previous videos, I've got the Alu-Cab Canopy Camper attached to the twin cab ute, the Hilux. And I must admit, the more I modify it and adjust it, the more impressed I am with the Alu-Cab Canopy Camper. Definitely a thumbs up from me. And let's have a look. I've done a couple of other little bits and pieces, but anyway, we'll set it up. And like always with the Canopy Camper, it's amazing. You can set it up in about 30 seconds or so. But let's put the stopwatch on and let's see how long it takes. Start the stopwatch. How was that? Actually, that was 2 minutes, I think, but I've got a few little extras like this outside dining area, bar area, cafe, bar, cappuccino, afternoon beers, shop, whatever. Shall we have a look inside now? Boy, well, I've lifted up the bed and I've lifted up the trapdoor here, so as you can see, we can stand right up and we got lots of space. This is the bed, loads of space here. So this is a double bed, incredible. Pockets, lights as well up the top. And then in here, what do we got? We got some power outlets, 12 volt power outlets, USB charging, and a reading light as well. And we've got these on both sides, so his and hers or whatever. Anyway, so we'll leave that up for now. And what do we got here? Alright, I wanted to keep everything fairly simple. So obviously I've got the fridge here, and I've got the power coming, main power coming from the battery from the bonnet. That's coming in here, and I'll show you how that's all wired up shortly. I've also got solar coming in on the roof. I've got a solar panel, 110 watt solar panel on the roof that's coming in through there. And then that's being managed by this Red Arc DC 1240D. So a DC charger, and it controls how power is coming from the engine or from solar, or a combination of both, and then the output comes out. Like a motorcycle in the background somewhere. How the power comes out, and this controls the voltage, so what's coming out of here is always 14.5 volts, I think. Somehow it manages that. And then that goes to the battery, which is underneath there next to the fridge, which is easier to get to. And the last little bit is here. So we've got power coming from the battery coming in into here. So these outlets here then connects to the fridge, and then there's a bunch of fuses here, so that all these lights and power outlets and USB ports are all fused, just in case something goes, you don't lose a whole lot in one go. At least there's some fuse protections there. One thing I haven't put in yet is a inverter to take 12 volts to 240 volts. Still deciding whether to go for around a 300 watt or a 600 watt. I don't think I'll go for anything bigger at this stage. My leaning is towards probably about 300, 350 watts. I think probably be sufficient for my needs. I've used Anderson plugs everywhere. There's a couple of reasons for that. Is that if I need to change something with Anderson plugs, it's easily just to unplug and plug in. So that's good. I've also ordered a couple of watt meters, which actually just connect into these Anderson plugs between these plugs, so you can see the power going in, power going out. So I've got 2 of those coming, and then I'll be able to see exactly what's happening with regards to watts, and you can work out the ampage that's happening, and if there's any drop in long electrical cables as well. More about that later on. So let's have a look what's in the bonnet. So the option, if you're particularly going for a lead acid battery or a deep cycle battery, is you do have a slot in the highlights to actually put a second battery in there, but I've chosen to go for a battery in the back near the fridge. One day I might well change to a lithium battery, in which case all the wiring is in place already for that, since apparently lithium doesn't do too well in hot areas like in here. So we've got the cable here. You can see this cable here, again connected with an Anderson plug to make it really simple to connect and disconnect. And that's just going to my negative there, and positive is going to this terminal here, and I've got a 60 amp fuse, so that's the first fuse in the line before it goes to the back of the car. Everything's shielded in this conduit, flexible conduit, to prevent rubbing and getting a short circuit somewhere along the line. So going to the back of the car, here we go. Here's the other end of the cable. Again, I'm using an Anderson plug to connect up through this gland plug, which then goes through the aluminium, and then on the other side is the Anderson plug, which then connects up to that board over there. Now, from the solar cell, let's have a look what's there. The roof there, you can see the solar panel, so it's a 110 watt solar panel. The wiring goes up along next to the channel there, up to the top of the unit there, and there is actually a plug that the Anderson plug is already there with the Alu-Cab Canopy Camper, and you just plug basically into there, and then that takes the wiring inside to the cab, and that connects up with all the boards and the wiring that's actually there. So it's all pretty straightforward. With the large roof area of the Canopy Camper, it means I can still have roof racks to tie down stuff. If I have extra swags, whatever, or collecting firewood en route somewhere before setting up camp, there's still enough space on the roof for those sort of things. Other than that, I don't carry anything on the roof other than that solar panel. The Alu-Cab comes with all sorts of wiring already in place when you get the Canopy Camper, and let's have a closer look at those lights. So what I'll do is I'll close everything up, and then we'll go inside and we'll see how dark it is with all the campers closed up and all the panels closed here, and we'll check out the lights. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go inside. The good thing about the Canopy Camper is you can lock yourself inside. Just closing the door here. You see? And then we've got a couple of latches here, one at the bottom and one at the top. And you just activate those latches, and then you can close it. So, alright, it's closed. Now, you can see how dark it is. It's pretty damn dark. You've got, I don't know whether you can see those little blue lights. And there's one of those blue lights, so that's a light. And there's the fridge light, so you can see it's all pretty dark. And there you can see the red lights of the DC charger and the fridge operating. The middle of the day, and you can see how dark it is in here. So you can actually sleep during the day if you wanted to. Let's start turning some lights on. Whoa. And turn some more lights on over here. Oh my goodness. And one more over here. And another one over. Oh, okay, that's a red one. So the way these lights operate is if you keep your finger on the trigger, you can change red to white and vice versa. So from off, the first press is a little bit of light. Press it again, you get more light. Press it again, you get really a lot more light. And then off again. So if I just press and hold my finger, it's going to do the first stage and then turn to red. So, well, we'll just keep it on white light for now. And let's turn all the lights on. See, it's daylight again. So impressed. So, I think that's about it for electrical. Oh, let's turn on all the red lights and see what it looks like. Now, what's so special about red lights is that if you're doing nighttime photography, then you can turn on all the red lights and you don't dazzle your eyes when you go outside, so you can adjust to the minimal light that's around the place. Set up for a night shot, long exposure or whatever. There's the red lights. Get back to some white light. I hope this video has been useful, and there will be another update, another progress, and the next video will be actually on all the little mods that I've done along the way to the Alu-Cab, just to refine it a little bit more towards my needs, and also some practical things that I think is going to be useful for everyone. So tune in, do subscribe, press like, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers. Thanks.